Nashville, 1964. A storm rages, and a small plane disappears from radar. On board, a country music legend. But this isn't just any story of a plane crash. This is the story of Jim Reeves, the man who captivated millions with his smooth voice, only to have his life tragically cut short at the peak of. We all know the greats, Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton, and Garth Brooks. But before them, there was Jim Reeves, the gentleman Jim, whose music transcended genre. From his humble beginnings in Texas to becoming a country and pop sensation, we'll explore the life and legacy of a man whose voice could calm a storm, except for the one that took him from us far too soon. This is Jim Reeves, a life in music cut short. Imagine a young boy, James Travis Reeves, born in 1924 in the dusty plains of Galloway, Texas. Life wasn't easy for Jim and his 8 siblings. Theirs was a world of hard work on the family farm, a constant struggle against poverty. But amidst the challenges, a spark ignited within Jim. He wasn't just drawn to music, he craved it. This wasn't a passing fancy, it was a burning passion that wouldn't be denied. With ingenuity and grit, Jim built his first guitar from a cigar box and rubber bands. The sound may have been rough, but the melody in his heart was clear. Little did anyone know, this determined young man with a makeshift instrument was on the path to becoming a legend. That homemade guitar became Jim's constant companion. He strummed his way through long days on the farm, the music a language that spoke louder than words. His talent couldn't be contained for long. By the age of 9, Jim had landed his own radio show on a Shreveport station, a mere 15-minute slot that showcased his burgeoning talent. While music was his true love, Jim was also a gifted athlete. Baseball offered another path, and he even earned a scholarship to the University of Texas. But college life wasn't a perfect fit. The pull of music was too strong, and Jim soon left academia behind. He chased his musical dreams across Texas, playing gigs at honky-tonks and local clubs. Baseball became a memory, replaced by the sweet twang of his guitar and the ever-growing power of his voice. Jim Reeves was determined to make his mark on the world, one song at a time, played various gigs and honed his sound, influenced by country, western swing, and popular singers. Jim's early musical journey was a tapestry woven from diverse threads. He honed his skills playing gigs at honky-tonks and local clubs, soaking in the raw energy of country music. But his influences stretched beyond the familiar twang. The infectious rhythms of western swing, with its jazzy flair and danceable beats, also captured his imagination. And then there were the popular singers of the day, like Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra, whose smooth vocals and sophisticated arrangements broadened his musical horizons. Jim, a sponge for all things musical, absorbed these influences, slowly shaping his unique sound. It wasn't just pure country, it wasn't just western swing, it wasn't just pop. It was a blend, a distillation of his experiences and passions, waiting for the right moment to bloom. Love often plays a pivotal role in an artist's journey, and Jim's was no different. He met Mary White, a schoolteacher with a heart full of music just like his. Mary became his biggest supporter, his rock, encouraging him to chase his musical dreams with unwavering belief. With her by his side, Jim felt emboldened. He started singing as an amateur and even fronted a band led by Western swing legend Moon Mullican. He ventured into recording, but initial attempts emulating Mullen's style didn't quite strike a chord with audiences. Despite the setbacks, Jim's spirit remained unbroken. He shifted his focus to broadcasting, his smooth voice captivating listeners on radio shows. Little did he know, a twist of fate and a chance encounter were just around the corner, ready to propel him onto the national stage. Filled in for Hank Williams on the Louisiana Hayride, impressing a record label owner. Scored his first major hit with Mexican Joe in 1953. Signed with RCA and joined the Grand Ole Opry, becoming a household name. Fate, as they say, has a funny way of intervening. One fateful night in 1952, Jim found himself filling in for a no-show, none other than the legendary Hank Williams, on the popular radio program, The Louisiana Hayride. His smooth vocals and captivating stage presence caught the eye and ear of Faber Robinson, a record label owner who was in the audience that night. Impressed, Robinson offered Jim a recording contract on the spot. This chance encounter marked a turning point in Jim's career. His first single under the new deal, Mexican Joe, shot to #1 on the country charts in 1953, a fiery mariachi-tinged number showcasing the versatility of his voice. The success of Mexican Joe brought Jim to the attention of RCA Records, the industry giant. They signed him in 1955, and with that prestigious label backing him, the doors to stardom swung wide open. He joined the hallowed ranks of the Grand Ole Opry, the holy grail for any country musician. His smooth baritone and captivating stage presence, earning him the nickname Gentleman Jim, resonated with audiences across the nation. Jim Reeves was no longer just a young man with a homemade guitar. He was a star, his voice filling the airwaves and captivating hearts everywhere. But just as Jim's star shone its brightest, a dark cloud gathered on the horizon. His career boomed, his schedule became relentless, and the demands of touring took a toll. In an attempt to manage his time more efficiently, Jim made a fateful decision. He purchased a single-engine plane. This choice, despite warnings about his limited flying experience, seemed like a quick solution. Tragically, it would become a catalyst for disaster. In July 1964, Jim and his business partner, Dean Manuel, embarked on a short flight from Batesville, Arkansas, back to Nashville. A storm brewed on the horizon, and as they flew, the weather worsened. Despite lacking the necessary experience for navigating such conditions, Jim attempted to pilot the plane through the storm. A series of errors, compounded by the treacherous weather, sealed their fate. Radio contact was lost, and a massive search effort began. For 2 agonizing days, hope dwindled with each passing hour. Finally, the wreckage was discovered, a devastating confirmation of the worst fears. Jim Reeves, the beloved Gentleman Jim, was gone, his life tragically cut short at the young age of 40. Jim Reeves's death wasn't the end of his musical journey. It was, in a strange way, a new beginning. His passing sent shockwaves through the music world, but his music itself refused to fade. Songs already recorded, waiting in the wings, were released one by one, each a powerful reminder of the talent lost. These posthumous releases defied expectations, topping charts and captivating new audiences who hadn't had the chance to experience Jim's magic while he was alive. The success wasn't a fluke. It spoke to the timeless quality of his music, the smooth melodies and heartfelt lyrics that transcended genre and generation. The news of Jim Reeves's disappearance hit the music world like a thunderclap. Hope flickered as air traffic control lost contact with his plane on that fateful July day in 1964. A desperate search effort, fueled by love and a sliver of hope, was launched. Days bled into nights as search parties scoured the dense woodlands near Nashville, their eyes scanning for any sign of the missing aircraft. Friends, colleagues, and loyal fans joined the authorities, their hearts heavy with dread, yet clinging to the belief that Jim might somehow be found alive. Finally, after a grueling 42 hours, the wreckage was discovered. It was a heartbreaking confirmation, a cruel end to a life brimming with music. The circumstances surrounding the crash remain a topic of debate. While pilot error was cited as the official cause, some questions linger. Concerns about Jim's limited experience in flying a plane in such treacherous weather persist. The controversy, however, doesn't diminish the impact of the tragedy. Jim Reeves, a musical giant, was gone, leaving a void that could never be truly filled. But the story goes deeper. Jim, a prolific songwriter, left behind a treasure trove of unreleased material. Over 100 songs. These hidden gems have continued to be released over the years, each a discovery for fans and a testament to Jim's creative spirit. This extensive catalog continues to generate significant revenue, a powerful symbol of his enduring popularity. His legacy wasn't just about the music he released in his lifetime, it was about the vast body of work that continued to resonate long after his final curtain call. The accolades didn't stop there. In 1967, just 3 years after his tragic demise, Jim Reeves was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, a prestigious honor reserved for the true legends of the genre. This enshrinement solidified his place in music history, a permanent reminder of the impact he made on country music and beyond. Jim Reeves, the Gentleman Jim, wasn't just a star. He was a force, his music leaving an indelible mark on the world. The controversy surrounding the crash may linger, but one thing remains undeniable. Jim Reeves' impact on country music was monumental. He blurred genre lines with his smooth vocals and sophisticated arrangements, paving the way for future generations of artists. His music continues to resonate with listeners worldwide, a testament to the timeless quality of his voice and songwriting. His story, however, is tinged with a deep sadness. Jim Reeves, a talent cut short at the peak of his career, left a gaping hole in the music world. We'll never know what other musical heights he might have reached, or what new innovations he might have brought to country music. But the music he left behind continues to captivate us. A bittersweet reminder of a legend taken too soon. With that said, thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments below your favorite Jim Reeves songs, and be sure to subscribe for more videos exploring the lives and legacies of country music's greatest stars.